Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play a couple warm-up holes. Hey, John Bell, Jason Dodd, thanks for the good luck. How are you two doing today? Just going to start with a few T8 warm-ups. Just finished front nine. Well, you can potentially rescue that on the back nine. Hey Aaron, thanks for the good luck. I had really good front nines on all of my accounts. And, I felt a little better. Played my back nines this morning. Couldn't hit a perfect to save anything. And was just running over the cup when I did hit perfect. So I had 4 legitimate chances at gold and blew every single one of them. Only one of them is sitting in third right now. The rest are looking at maybe top 10, top 15. But, all of my front nines were minus 15. And I just fell apart on Sunday. Happens. Cool. Well, my tier 3s didn't really have much of a chance. Had a minus 16 front nine, and then ended up with a minus 13 back nine. Hey Rupin, thanks for the good luck. Yeah, I don't know what happened today. I mean, there were times I released and watched it jump all the way across perfect after my finger was off the screen. It was almost as if, it only let me hit perfect when it knew I was gonna run over the cup. On this account, I'm just hoping for a clean run. Minus 24. I'm not expecting any extras because the clubs make it really difficult to get them. How does the audio sound and the video quality? My Bluetooth headphones don't seem to be connecting very well to the laptop. So this normally plays at 20%. So I'm going to go ahead and just 20% mid. I just used a little bit of curl to try to hold the second bounce. Enough to squeak in a win. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with hole 1. Now, of course, I can't play these as I played my other accounts. As you can see, here's my primary bag. Not exactly the best bag for this tour, or for this tournament. Seems like my video is a little laggy. Alright, hole 1. So we have a tailwind, so I'm going to have to lay up, try to get into thorn range. Let's take a look at, so 34, I might be able to clear with a Titan and run it up close. Because I know 240 will clear well and get fairly close. So if we get a high wind, we're going to send it. In worst case scenario, we're looking at a rough iron or a sand iron up onto the green. We also have to keep in mind we don't have a lot of curl. Sound is fine. That's good. Alright, so 9.2 is 4.4. Actually, I'm just going to lay up. So we do get a perfect. Hopefully we clear. We should have min grizz. I need to pull up my sliders because I do not have them memorized for this account. You know, if I was playing with our opponent's clubs, I have those memorized. It's a very nice drop by our opponent. I do not expect to match that. Alright, so we're looking at grizz. There's min. So I'm going to go ahead and push up 10 rings. So that way I'm at 15%. I'm going to go short center hole. So we're looking at 8.2. We hit great, so that doesn't help. But it didn't look like it was that close anyway, and we're way too hot. But we still would have pulled off, you know, our birdie, so. Let's take a look at our bracket here. See how far a clean run will get us. So here are the 24s. So a clean run will get us into the, not even into the top 5. I mean, this guy put up a tier 2 score. Alright, so let's go on to the par 3. I'm going to play this as if it was a sniper 10. So I'm going to go min plus 50% P3, 1.9 top, 1.5 left, and I'm going to favor a 1201. So I'm going to be at absolute min, and the tip of the guide is going to be 1 square left of the pin. I've dropped it, and then I've had quite a few that were just all over the hole without dropping. One of those things where you drop it twice in practice, then you drop it back to back for real, and then not another account dropped it since. Had quite a few of those. Hole 12, for example, I dropped all day. I dropped it on every single account on Friday. And then today, every single account either missed on the left edge or the right edge. Great ball. As long as it's not a great right. A great right can clip that rough and miss. I had one auto release on an account. An account that was going for gold. I'm sitting here, I'm counting down to release, and I pressed a little too hard on my screen and it automatically let off. Alright, so 1.5 left, 1.9 top. And then I'm running along the mid line until I'm right at that transition between the light and the dark. 8.8 is going to be 10.6 at a 1201. So there's my 1201. That's a little too hard on the 0.6. There we go, 0.6. And then the 10. Center our ball. We do hit perfect. So we should come in, unless I pulled at the wrong angle or something, fairly close. So it looked like it needed maybe a little stronger 1201 or a little bit more top on this account. So I will not be playing this approach on hole 3. I felt like being aggressive and trying to get all the way down there into min thorn range, which I was able to with the APOC 6. But we're going to go with big topper. There we go. There's my big topper bag. You use 2 top. Yeah, 2 top might have dropped there. I've had the reason I had 1.9 is because I started with 2 top, and I had a couple spin out, so I was trying to, if it caught any part of the cup whatsoever, for it to go ahead and drop, but it clearly didn't have enough speed. So I'm going to play this like I've been playing hole 12. I'm going to do a little bit of a push-up just because, you know, we're dealing with big topper 3. So there's 3.7. I'm going to go ahead and give it 1 ring. One ring should be enough. If I can line it up. Yeah. Great left. It was very slight, but it'll just put us a little longer. We might catch that dead bounce where you pull up short. Yeah, we hit the dead bounce where it pulled up short. Two top had good speed for you. Yeah, that hole was probably my best chance at dropping an extra on this account because it's the only time I'm not really hindered by the clubs as far as the shot goes. The next hole, I can't play that shot as normally because I don't have enough backspin on this club. I'll use Guardian instead and try to mimic. Tough break by our opponent, but it'll reach, so they'll be fine. So let's see how far off I am from the bump. I'm too far from the bump, so I'm just going to play over. At -10. So what are we thinking here? It's probably about 50% club. I'm running out of time. So let's figure out what that would have been, because I had 7.5 wind. Should have adjusted 6 rings. So where our opponent is there's actually a little funnel right in there, and that would have been nice for us to be able to reach. You know, that's what I was trying to play with the thorn, as you can see in the picture. Yes, Lickle Eagle is Lickle Eagle is the account of the clan president of Ballbreaker's clan. Yeah, on the back 9, I had quite a few albatrosses on this hole. It played a little bit better on the back 9. I got one albatross on the front, maybe 2. The sound is gone. Let me check my mic. And let me check OBS. Check. It's interesting, OBS is playing. Let me check something. Let me check and make sure the wavelength is still having sound. Oh, sound is good for you? Okay. I got my headphones back in. They were really a little cracky, so I pulled them out. But I'll put them back in just in case it does cut out again. Alright, hole 4. I'm going to need to put the Guardian in a bag because Sniper 8 doesn't have enough backspin. There we go. I do have Guardian in a bag. And that's Guardian 6. It'll have enough backspin to do the shot, but doesn't really have the guide. So we're just going to try to line everything up, look at the second and third bounces, and see if we can get those in a similar place. Max plus 20%. So this hole was pretty consistent with me on Friday. Saturday it was pretty consistent. Today I missed on the right edge both times. So it was really weird. I mean, I think I only missed one out of 9 shots between Friday and Saturday. Thanks for the good luck, RS. Alright, so if I'm looking at the second bounce here, it's just inside the dark green, and the third bounce is on the right side of the cup. So max back for the sniper is 7.5 or 6.5. Yeah, 6.5. And then it was about 0.8 left. So we should be in that vicinity right there. 7.2 is going to be 6.2. And let's see if we can get a little luck. We do hit perfect. So either we're going to burn the right edge or left edge. Yeah. Not too bad. Speed was good. We were just a little either over adjusted or set up a little too far left. You usually sink it, and yeah, it's one of the easiest hole-in-ones in shootouts. And there's so many different ways to hit it. You can bump, you can bounce over. There is a rough bump from either rough on each side of the fairway. But you have to be fairly precise, because it does want to kind of drift to the edges. Yeah, so our first two easier potential drops with these clubs both missed less than a cup. And I said, these clubs, there's no way I'm going to get the minus 30 needed to win. I believe the last time I played this, somebody put up a minus 30 in Tier 1 in the tournament. Generally, I don't expect, considering I know how easy it is to be in Tier 2, I'm surprised when I see accounts that can shoot that in Tier 1. Alright, hole 5. Alright, so I can do this with the extra mile. I don't have enough curl, but I can set up a little extra right. So I'm going to have to set up probably with the yellow at the right side. And if that was +0 there, I'll set up at the +4. And since I don't have a full ball of curl, you know, our ball guide won't be like the picture where the second bounce is hitting the rough stuff. You shot a -27 in the Lickle bracket. Oh, and I had the tiebreaker. So, yeah, I had a... Oddly, my best runs, the ones I didn't mess up as much, were tier 3. And I won't crack top 25 because you needed a -31 for top 25. I should have had a -31, but I just could not find a drop. I mean, I missed two 50% Endbringers on the edge of the cup. Both were perfect. I could not figure that out. Alright, so we're going to go at the +4. I'm going to go ahead and set the guide up inside here. 8.7, it's going to be 4.1. I'm going to give it as much curl as I can. And make sure I don't hit great right or great left, because it's already going to be tight as is. .373. I know that one. I had, so my front nines for my 4 large accounts were -14, -15, -15, and -16. And I didn't get a single -30. That's how much I fell apart on the back 9 when I played it this morning. And that's a back 9 where I've shot multiple -15s, -16s in the opening round. And it's just like, where did all those drops go? So yeah, I've only got one that'll finish top 5. Alright, so... .7.1. We're just gonna go 1-to-1. And I hit great left. So we're going to end up barely on the green like our opponent here. I did not see who the new sub was, but thanks for the sub. Minus 29 in your other. That's pretty good. So minus 29 should hold you for a banner. I had a couple brackets where the scores were in tier 2 that were a little overinflated. Had a minus 33 in one and a minus 32 in the other. I'm surprised I made any of them to the weekend anyway, because I played the whole weekend round laying on my back or stomach in the bed. Alright, so I definitely can't play this shot here. So the second shot from the right side, I think plays at I got 29 practice. I'm going to practice it. I think it plays at 0. But if it's a headwind, then it might play at +5. Hey Jerry, thanks for the good luck. Alright, so the drive is fairly straightforward here. Plus 10%. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong hole. I clicked too far down. I'm on 6. Alright, so 6 is trouble with EM6. I'm going to practice with a Titan. Because EM6 doesn't exactly clear here. And as anyone remembers, when you played EM6, you hit great, it's bad. So we're going to practice this with the Titan. Just so I can see how much overpower I'm looking at needing and stuff. So 4.4 is only showing about 1 ring. And I did 2 plus adjusted. I'm going to go ahead and give it extra. So with 5 rings of overpower, we clear. And we're going to have to do the bounce over shot anyway. Yeah, I really wish I'd finally get some driver clubs with this account. All right, so plus 8 is 91% club, plus 15%. Looking for about right there. So we're looking at 11.7 rings, which is a whole lot of overpower. Good thing this is practice. Because that probably doesn't clear. Oh, we got over. And not too bad. I'm going to see if our opponent is live. If he doesn't respond, then I'm going to forfeit. Okay. Hey Tom, thanks for the good luck. Alright, let's play it for real now. Hopefully we can get across again and stay in the clear again. Okay, so 7.5 is 3.6. So a little less than a ring plus the 2. We do get a perfect, which is good with this club. It should clear, and we should be a little closer than last time. Get our 15% back up there for the sniper. So the reason this account ended up in tier 1 is because these 2 tier 2s I qualified for but ran out of time and couldn't play them, and they ended up 98th in each one. So those failures knocked this one down to tier 1. So 93% club, 8.2, it's going to be 9.2. We already know we're going to have to overpower this. So a little over 2 rings, which is pretty much bottom circle. Yeah, great right's not going to drop it for us unless we really badly adjust it and get lucky. But we'll have a nice putt, which on this hole and these clubs, I'll take an eagle, because this is the easiest hole for these clubs to make a mistake when you have headwinds. Alright, so far, we're still running clean. Couple extras were a little close. But as this is just a bonus. Hey, William. Thanks for the good luck. Thanks for the offer the other day to help. You know, workout shots and everything. Oh, better today. I can actually sit at the desk. This morning, it was only a little tight, but not really any pain, no pinching. So, much better. I have no clue what caused it to go down. But thanks for asking. Okay, so I sliced this on the other accounts. Extra mile 6 just isn't going to do that. So I'm just going to lay up and bounce over. You have to be careful, this will easily run. Luckily we got a left to right wind. Whenever it's right to left wind, you want to use a rock. You know, something with a better guide. Because if you run into that rough, you can still reach, but it's a lot more difficult shot. I can't remember exactly what this elevation is because I haven't taken this shot in this tournament. So I'm going to go slight headwind here. Min club. Ball guide through. I'm going to go min at +0. So we're looking at 6.8. So based off the bounce and the short, we're looking at needing at least +10. So if I was to shoot that again, I would go +10 and see how much closer I came up. Thanks for the good luck, Jose. You're more than welcome for the streaming and the guides. I hope they help. If anything, I know they at least give you an idea of what one potential shot is. Thanks, Julio, for the good luck. It's a replay. I'll say good luck anyway, just in case. Alright, on to hole 8. So on hole 8, I tried Neo Shot with my main accounts. I couldn't replicate what he did. I kept getting close, and some were way off, but I couldn't replicate it. Let's see what level quarterback I have, and whether or not it has enough backspin. So it does not have enough backspin. Let's look at the rocket. No, not going to cut it. Thor's hammer might work. Alright. So let's go with Thor's hammer. Put the Viper in the bag. I'm going to go with... Oh, I need to change that. Shows how much I've used the Thor's hammer. That it was the wrong one in my bag there. There we go. So for min plus 35 when he did it. I'm going to use min plus 20. Or 25. Min plus 25. Let's see. Shouldn't be too bad. I mean, we should still come in safe. I could always go max plus 35 with the sniper from the top. This is a headwind, so I'd need about 2 top, 2 left. But I like a nice, safe birdie on this hole. Anybody who's hit a bad shot on this knows that there are potential pitfalls of that bunker and that rough. Because it's not exactly a flat level landing spot. So I'm going to reduce the backspin on this to 6.2. 7.6. We're going to do 4.4. Hey John, thanks for the good luck. So that was a little short. Needed a little bit more pull. You saw how close I landed to that bunker. So I probably did need at least plus 40. Although that only added half a ring. Plus 50. Yeah, I needed at least another ring. But we're putting for birdie. So we're still doing okay on our clean run. This is another hole 9. Dangerous. Let me look at the amount of top I have. Compare this Thor's Hammer 3 to the extra mile. So I'll take a look at it here. It's quite a bit shorter, but more top. And our accuracy, quite a bit more accurate. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with this Thor's Hammer. Put our sniper in the bag. Everything else looks good. And let's play it. So I need to make sure I give myself room to adjust. Let's imagine I have max wind. I will need at least 5.5 rings. So I need to make sure I set up at least 5 rings from max, because I don't want to be overpowering. Because anytime I go overpowering too much, then I'm putting myself at risk of hitting a grate. I mean, there is at least a decent wind at the back, but you really have to try to figure out how to play these little clubs, especially when you're playing in a tight spot. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the max top on there and the max left. So really kind of wanted that second bounce right there. .6. That's going to need a lot. Alright, let's see if I have time to set this up. .4. Yeah, just gonna go with this. I didn't want to be full overpowering the Thor's Hammer. Even though it's accurate, it's a lot greater risk than a 2 ring overpower on the extra mile. Alright, so on the next one, got club plus 5%. I'm going to set up short and left side of the cup. I'm going to look for that glitchy spot. Make sure I have my slider ready. Just going to go with 4 top here. I'm going to pull back. Right there. 7.2 plus 1 is 70% club. So I'm going to pull 7.1. We do hit perfect. come in just a little to the right. I wasn't aimed far left enough. Or if I had done, let's see what P2. P1 probably would have dropped that. 0.3 off, because I wasn't that far over. So a clean front 9, no extras. If we want to break into that top 15, we really need an extra. You know, clean back 9. If we want to come in top 25. Alright, so I'm going to look at the wind angle on this. Or do I want to go with the Spirit? I don't really have enough curl. But maybe with the Spirit we can blast through the rough. Alright. Let's get let's go aggressive. We're going to try to hit that rough and roll up for a wedge. Could go disastrous, could go well. It really doesn't have enough curl to play as I played with Apocalypse. So I need to set up a little more right. Oh, we're getting wet. Not enough curl. Just wasn't enough curl there for it. Now, you can, with an Apocalypse 5+, set up where I set up with a Titan and be within a square. So I did great, William, on the front 9s. And then I fell apart this morning on the back 9s. So I have only one sitting in a banner position. All of the rest are, you know, minus 28, minus 27. I had a minus 26. So it was really interesting. On Friday, even though I was laying in the bed and struggling to play, I shot multiple of the back 9, which is the same weekend wind, with minus 15s and minus 14s. And today, I got one minus 14 and the rest were minus 12s and minus 13s. Alright, so there goes our clean run. Sometimes going aggressive doesn't pay off. I wonder if using, I don't know, I didn't have a club with enough, I did not have a club with enough distance and curl. So there's no telling what I could play. What are we looking at here? 75% club. So 3.5 rings we'll try. Set up a little short. And see how far off we are. Not too bad. At least we hit perfect. So has anyone noticed how hard it was on a number of these holes to center your ball and to see the rings? So I had a really hard time centering my ball on a lot of these holes because the grass completely made the triangles from the white disappear completely. Oh, wrong. Very nice, John Bell. What size? Did you get the larger one? How's Sandy feeling, by the way? She said she was sick the other day. She gotten better? Thanks, William, for becoming a member. It's very appreciated. Everyone, can you show William some love in the chat? Give him some booms. Now, John Bell, with the ninth gen iPad, you'll at least be able to use the grids for the accessibility grids. So that might help you if you have not used them before. There are a couple videos out there where people can show you how to set them up. You can also watch some of Tommy's live streams because he's used those grids on his, and they're just built in. You just go to accessibility, but make sure you turn off the voice because then it'll move you around and you don't want that. Alright, so Just going to try to aim this at the cup. And I'm going to go 10.1. A little hot. So set up a little long, but not bad. Hey Julie, thanks for the good luck. We were trying for a clean run, but I tried to go aggressive on hole number 1, and it cost me. Maybe I'll go aggressive again on hole 14. .2, and she's starting to feel better. Glad she's starting to feel better. And the 10.2, if you haven't used a larger tablet, makes a world of difference in adjustment. I mean, once I got this 12.7, I could see the 2 clicks per spin that people had talked about or mentioned, and I hadn't really noticed before. I should probably buy the Kingmaker pack for this. So 8.3, it's going to be 3.4. And given that this is Big Topper 3, I'm going to push up a couple yards. Make sure I can get into rough bump range. Great lift. Probably going to hit the dead bounce again. Sure enough. That dead bounce is annoying. That means I'm probably, if I want to play the rough bump, then I'm going to have to push up, or I'm going to have to bounce over. So we played the bounce over at 0 last time, and it wasn't enough. So don't think 73 helps. Let's see. Yeah, too much for the push-up. Let's see, +4 is 79% club. Play this at 0. So there's a sticky spot right there, if you guys didn't know about it. I'm going to set up short and left side of the cup. Hopefully I didn't get too far left. 8.5 is going to be 8.1. We do hit perfect, so we can see how it comes in on the bounce. Way under adjusted. Of course, it's hard to know exactly how far under adjusted because that tree hides your bounce. It's the worst part about this hole. When you play that bounce over or the left side rough bump, you don't get to see the landing spot. So when I'm trying to dial in shots, I can't figure out, where I landed on the first and second bounce, only where I ended up. So then, I try to adjust it, and it might be an over adjustment into the rough, but I can't tell. So that's why on most of mine, I went that rough bump to the right, because I can see exactly where it landed. And then I can use that to tweak the shot. They do, Jason. Especially when you hit them. But it's hard to dial in shots when they block your view on the replays. Alright, so on the others I did the rough bump. I don't think I'll do that on this one. I think I'll use the I'll look at the Guardian. Let me look at the wind angle. I got a thing to collect. And I got a chest. Yeah, I know sometimes it does. I wish it would let you choose if it had it. You watch Mr. Burke today for most shots? Yeah, I didn't post the videos. I made the notes. And I put the pictures in there, but I couldn't sit in the chair long enough yesterday to make the videos. I wanted to put them up there, but I just couldn't. Alright, so just don't think I'm going to have enough room. So I'm going to go with the bump. Goliath 6. We're not going to have any kind of guide. So we're going to have to try to estimate. Yeah, I'm glad that Tommy picked somebody up to start posting videos again for Expert. Because for the longest time, there was nobody posting any Expert content. About a year ago, there was nobody. The occasional playthrough from BK. But there was at least no free to play content and no, free content to watch. This is tough. I'm gonna guess about right there. So 8.2, it's gonna be 4.3. Adjusting on that hill is not easy. We do get perfect. And we're going to come in too far right. Oh, no. We actually got our mistake back. I thought that was going to turn at the last second, but I guess it had enough speed to keep it from turning. So the trick I use for elevations is I take either the elevation from a previous tournament, or I take an elevation from golfclashtommy.com. Thanks for the booms, everybody. And then I start my first shot with that elevation, and I look at the landing spot versus where I aimed, and I decide whether or not I need more or less. And if it landed about where I aimed, then I start looking at adjusting the spins and the pull angle to get it to where I want to go. And then I'll take it 2 or 3 times to make sure it's consistent. And if it's consistent, I move on and play it. And I'll play it with all of my accounts straight through. Yeah, that can work in tour play. Most of the tour play, most people know the elevations. Alright. This is tough. Do we go aggressive? Thanks, John Bell. Or do we play safe? Let's look at what balls I have. I have 6 Spirit, 61 Zerks. It would take a high wind for me to get to the rough. Let's take a Zerk practice with the Send It shot. Just to see what'll happen. Because I'm pretty sure it won't get wet. And if I'm rough, I'm a little more confident with the Nirvana than the Malibu. But this requires high wind, because a 9.4, it's going to go sand. Yeah, definitely would need wind over 11. If it's not, I'm going to attempt the big topper shot, because I should practice it as well. So this is queen wind. 8.2 is the minimum for the Nirvana. So what I'm going to plan on is practicing the big topper shot. Because 9.4 is not going to do it.